portion of Fox 43 AM Live is sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth.
We're back with Chris McGee, Managing Partner at Endeavor Private Wealth, for this week's segment on investing and wealth management. Chris, good morning.
Good morning.
So Chris, Kansas agriculture plays a major role in the economic vitality of our state and in the nation. In Shawnee County alone, the food and agricultural sectors provide over $2.7 billion in output and more than 5,300 jobs. I'm curious, are there any lessons that investors can learn from our farmers?
Dane, it's good to be back with you and our viewers. And yes, there are many parallels between successful farming and investing. Planning and preparation, prudent management of capital and resources, and the virtues of patience and resiliency, just a few for starters. Farmers must choose their crops wisely. Their selection must be concisive for the unique climate and soil conditions of the land. They need to marshal their financial resources and to make the initial investment in seed, and then they need to cover the expenses of cultivation, which includes fertilization, irrigation, machinery, and labor required to get their crops to harvest, and decide the best time to do so. Then they need to determine whether they sell the crop or store them and wait for more favorable market conditions.
I think I see where you're going. Successful investors should also choose, wisely, matching their investments, their unique financial circumstances and needs. They also have to manage their resources to meet near-term financial needs. They pursue longer-term objectives.
Exactly. Not all crops and not all investments have similar growth characteristics. Plants like lettuce and microgreens grow quickly, and just in a few weeks. Wheat, corn, and soybeans, staples of Kansas farming, may take several months, and plants like aloe vera take 5 years to reach maturity, but aloe vera doesn't do well with our Kansas winters. Investors, like farmers, must consider the yield and growth rates of the investments they select for their portfolio. Yield is the amount of income that an investment generates, expressed as a percentage of its cost or current market value. It's an important measure of productivity and finance in farming. Some investment products have guaranteed income features but limited growth potential, while other assets like stocks are valued for their growth potential, which will determine and be determined by numerous factors specific to each investment, as well as market and economic conditions.
And farmers and investors can encounter, tough, difficult, and challenging times. What's it take to endure setbacks or losses?
Farmers have to be vigilant in eradicating weeds that infiltrate their crops, robbing them of vital resources. Investors may also need to weed their portfolios of assets that no longer meet their objectives. In taxable portfolios, this may take the form of tax loss harvesting of securities which are sold at a loss to offset the amount of capital gains tax owed on other investments. And like farmers, investors should know that volatility is part of the process, and that during these times, adhering to prudent practices is vitally important rather than making rash or impulsive decisions. Decisions fueled by overwrought emotions.
And Chris, any final thoughts you'd like to share with our viewers on this topic?
We all know the expression, you reap what you sow. The quality and quantity of crops harvested is directly linked to the efforts and resources and care invested in planting and nurturing them. I believe investors will be well served by speaking with a trusted financial professional to help them through the many financial seasons.
Well, Chris, thank you for your always interesting and enlightening insights. And everyone, to learn more about Endeavor Private Wealth, visit EndeavorPW.com.
The preceding portion of Fox 43 AM Live was sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth.